Well, I will try to tell some little bit of my life story, why I am filming, but it will be very long story. I try to be brief as much as possible. Anyway, I'm filming now with a security camera using my smartphone so I can see myself. But anyway, the point is that where do I begin with? When I was younger, actually, I didn't like at all being filmed. I've been growing up in Soviet countries, so I don't know, it's not like paranoia. Cameras were rare. Of course, I'm 53 years now old, almost 54, so even when friends filmed me with small size film. It's not like full size like cinema, but handheld small film. I asked them to watch myself with some small apparatus, and I cut myself out from this film, and I gave back the film which I wasn't on anymore. So that to say that I've never been into filming myself, but I've done some acting occasionally when I first time was filmed, maybe when I was around 20 or 19 or something. I worked in a hotel, and some from other countries people came and they wanted just some free extras, so I was filmed, but I never seen these videos. So it was commercials. So I was in some commercial of camping cars, and I completely forgot that, and I was still kind of paranoid about being filmed. So wherever I saw a camera filming on street, I took another road and disappeared very fast. So there aren't any films about me when I was younger. So how I got into filming at all? I've been actor actually. I've been acting in Japan almost 30 roles, maybe more even, and I had some roles in Spain later and in France, couple of films, but small roles. I mean extra normally. But how did it happen? So when I went to Japan, I don't want to tell my whole life story, but it was 2003 when I ended up in Japan and with no job, but with no money. So I just looked in English language newspapers, jobs, and there was like talent needed. So I had no idea what means talent needed. So I called up and asked what it means. Oh, you just have to be in a frame somewhere, not talking anything, just in a film. So I went to casting, and next day I was already filming. So it was just I had no money. Otherwise, I would never have gone to this filming. But yeah, it wasn't well paid, so I did like small extra parts, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun talking while waiting, and it's entirely another story. I'm not gonna tell the whole life in Japan. I was 1.5 years there, but half a year, more than half a year, I did in many TV channels, in small roles in TV, small TV documentaries. So and some commercials. Anyway, so when I came back from Japan to Europe and ended up in France again, so I already knew what what this industry is, and it's not perfect industry. Even Japan, I refused many roles because it's so ridiculous. It's not into my character at all. But they need it because Japanese people they cannot play Europeans, especially for documentaries. So we needed Europeans, so it was easy. I didn't need to have special talents or education for that. But when I came to France, the same thing. I thought, okay, I need a job. So I already figured out how to get through contacts, how to get casting agent, and I got casting agent. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I had to play a trick there to get accepted, even regarding all my curriculum. I already had 30 roles in my back. So anyway, so I wasn't scared anymore of camera, but I'm not a trained actor, and I wasn't always accepted. But I got 2 roles in France and in Spain as well, quite a few. So, and then as I'm into technology, my background is in engineering, so I got into technology and I started to buy modestly, as I was homeless mostly, camping in a tent all in many countries. So I didn't have many means, but whenever I was temporarily stable, living in some uh, place in a hotel, hostel, or doing some jobs, and when I bought some technology and started to learn filming, and in 2014, so now it's already 2024, I've been trying to get to film stories. I have some ideas in science, and that I have a lot of things to tell, especially about my cryptography methods. But yeah, light went off, so I have to change the light. Anyway, I stopped the camera for a moment because battery went flat on my camping light. So I changed the light, another one I put on charging. So anyway, so in 2014 I found a temporary stable moment for a couple of months in one hostel while doing some security job there for exchange of free place to stay. And just in the morning, in the breakfast, I was just watching that people wouldn't take everything from breakfast room, so everybody would have enough. But anyway, at the same time I was working as well in security in some places, and I had a little bit money, so I bought cameras. But my mistake was I bought from Chinese websites, cheapest I could find, and they were like 4K cameras, but all I ended up like several months of tests with them. I could never get the good sound, the good quality of video, anything. So I was only testing, but not whole day, of course. I was working same time as well. So any free moment and learning on YouTube everything I could learn, like composition and lighting. Right now I don't pay attention to it because I'm camping. I don't have time for it, but I studied everything and sound, and I bought several microphones and all cheap from Chinese, and ended up giving all of them away when I moved to Switzerland. And I had and security camera also, which I filmed with. It was from 2014, so it's 10 years old camera. But that's the only one which is left now. Everything else that big and heavy I've given away. Then from Switzerland I gave more cameras away because I tested. I had a little bit money, so I tested all kinds of cameras, like action cameras and etc. And mostly security cameras. I have 10 different security cameras. And basically, long story short, when in France I found some jobs finally in Paris after COVID was over, and I got some social security money as well after I stopped working. So I bought second-hand cameras, but then already professional big cameras, like with all the tricks, like manual, 500 pages manual, etc. So I practiced quite a lot, and I bought all kind of like I learned, of course, that there are much more better technology which I couldn't afford, but it was interesting. As I like technology, I studied every little trick I could do with these cameras, but I had it on together maybe 1 year. Then I moved to Madeira. I gave away all to friends because it's heavy. All the stands and camera stands are quite heavy, the professional camera stands and the tripods, I mean, and monitors and lights and like if you take a big coffer for camera, I had like 5 coffers of all kind of stuff, cables and microphones, like 10 different microphones, etc. But the problem is that even my smartphone, which I still bought in Italy like 10 years ago, was even better suitable for me, which I still left in France, but my friends can send over to me. But cameras I gave away completely, because even the professional camera, too large files. And second, with my Android devices, I never figured out how can I keep like how can I attach automatically the files, which like even professional camera maximum length was 2.5 hours, like 1080p resolution. I could film with 4K, but the file would have been even larger than. So I tried some storytellings that I figured out that my storytelling usually with non-stop it could be like 3-4 hours comfortably. I could tell my travel stories, and I wanted to find I bought professional camera especially for that, but I could talk non-stop. Well, I could with large disk, but it cuts the files in pieces, and with Android devices it became clear it's impossible. Only I need Windows, but Windows I dropped like over 10 years ago. I stopped using Windows because I learned I spent too much of my life fixing Windows. I mean, I learned to do everything myself, but I didn't want to waste my life anymore. Countless problems with Windows. When Android became a thing, then I switched to Android, and I never went back. Neither Apple, neither Linux, neither Windows. Android is my choice now. But anyway, so now I'm back to basic, either smartphone or my security camera filming with no pro technology. And I've been trying to find here, talking to locals, to find a studio and finances to buy a professional camera, because I know now filming I can easily pick up even a new technology, the newest. But I realized that in my situation right now I will never be able to tell my stories what I want to tell if I start waiting for opportunity or means to get a studio and pro camera again. So that's why I think that I will need to start telling my project. What my project is to promote my cryptography, handwriting cryptography. You'll find out, I'll probably link under the video as well to my book on cryptography, handwriting cryptography, but I would love to have a soundproof studio for that, but the reality is I might need to begin filming here in my cave, this thing, which I think it's important to make popular, because it's handwriting cryptography most useful. It's for writing down your codes, like passwords or internet and bank passwords, everything. So even if you forget it or you scan it with camera, take a photograph, nobody can decrypt it. It's only possible with handwriting. But that's a completely different thing. That's what I want to film finally and post videos about it, with all the explanations why and how. So this video I'm not going into that. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't want to make it very long. That I know technology, I can use it, but I don't have means. So I'm back with very basic filming, with whatever fits in my pocket, not to carry too much stuff around. So that's it, and I guess enough for today for his talking head story.